Yeah. All right, here we go. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Kind of a lighter day today. It's been a week, man. It's been a week. I've been running some two-a-days back to back days. I actually had to deal with a really bad. Some cramps were coming back yesterday, and came out here. The plan was to knock out around 4 miles. Ended up finishing at 5 miles. I was able to just taper off, go get some water, get a lot of stretching in, get a lot of fluids in me today, and get ready to hit it back hard tomorrow morning. All right, as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, I tried my best. I really did. I'm recording this June 6, 2024, and at the time of me recording this, there's been a lot of back and forth in the media over there was a hard foul that Caitlin Clark took in previous dubbed by Cheney Kennedy, I believe her name is, Kennedy or something like that. But she took a hard foul, and because this is the start. This is Caitlin Clark. This is a women's basketball league that she's become like overnight the face of because of how accomplished and the things that she's done in college. So that has set off a lot of conversations. It set off a string of like a circus, set off a circus in the media, in the mainstream media. And what fed that, what fanned the flames on that was a debate that was going on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Monica McNutt, DMV's own. Shout out to the DMV's own Monica McNutt. And then what further fanned the flames on that, I believe, is what Angel Reese said to the media. Again, another DMV's own Angel Reese said to the media about how she too is the reason people are watching women's basketball and all this kind of stuff. But long story short is I tried my best to stay out of this debate. I just wanted to let that one go. But it's something I have to address. I have to address it. And just for the record, I don't necessarily like the fact that I have to, it takes a lot for me to come on camera and speak publicly or disagree. We'll say it like this: disagree or speak negatively, whether you want to call it disagree, negative, whatever fuck it is you want to call it. It's very difficult for me to go against my fellow DMV folks. All right, but both Monica McNutt and Angel Reese are out of their fucking mind. All right, respect them I respect their craft. I do. I genuinely respect what they do, especially being from the DMV. And one is obviously great basketball player, the other one's a great reporter, articulates herself well, great public speaker, all that kind of stuff. And she was a great basketball player. She played at Georgetown. But what they are saying, what they've done to the game, in my opinion, actually did more harm than good. What actually got said, based on what got said. Now, in fairness to them, they were kind of they were caught off guard. We'll say it like that. One is on TV with Stephen A. Smith, So that's a challenge in itself. She was kind of caught off guard. And Angel Reese, she said this like right after practice. So things might not have been coming out as clearly as they wanted to, or things might have been said. Certain clips get taken away, all that kind of stuff. All right. So we'll put that disclaimer out there. But based on what got said, they are completely out of their fucking mind because number one, let's talk about what got said. Number one, the first thing that set this thing off was, I believe Monica McNutt was on First Take, and this is what she tells Stephen A. Smith. She says, Stephen A. Smith, you should have been talking about women's basketball for the past 3 years. And that, obviously that offended Stephen A. Smith. And because he works for ESPN, he works for Disney, he has this job in the mainstream media, he can't tell you what I'm about to tell you. He can't say this publicly. He can't say what I'm about to say publicly. But what Stephen A. Smith needs to have said during that time is, what the fuck was there to talk about 3 years ago in the WNBA? What your star player, what the girl that was supposed to be the face of your league, Brittany Griner, was dealing with some legal issues. That's what you want. That's what you wanted to be. That's what you wanted to be talked about 3 years ago on ESPN. That's what you wanted the WNBA to represent is a girl who's dealing with some legal issues, some drug legal issues outside of the entire country. There was nothing positive to talk about at all when it comes to the WNBA 3 years ago. Again, I've been on record saying that the league is garbage, the league is trash, the timing of the league is so horribly wrong, and I don't like how they take great college stars. They were great college stars, and all of these girls, I mean, I can't name one. Maybe if you want to say Candace Parker, but there's so many of these girls that you don't even hear about after they're done in college. So the league in itself is not doing a good job when it comes to promoting and getting things done the right way. Okay, so that's the first thing. But when Monica McNutt says that, also what it implies when she says that, and the tone in which she took as that, oh, you could have been talking about this 3 years ago. Now she's basically saying, indirectly saying, okay, well, I need you, Stephen A, or I need you, men, to validate us by talking about us more. And that's going to make it so we play better, or that the league is better because now ESPN's talking about us more. That should not fucking matter. It shouldn't matter at all. It shouldn't matter at all who talks about you. What should matter is the quality of play on the damn court. All right, not about if ESPN talks about me or not. And again, it actually confirms and validates the problems the issues that I've already expressed about the WNBA, is because you're so busy trying to get on ESPN, so busy trying to get on the media, get in the media and all that other bullshit. All right, so that was the issue with what Monica McNutt said. Now let's get to Angel Reese and the assertions that she made in regards to, oh, okay, well, it's not just because of one player, it's because of Me Too. Like she said, people are watching the WNBA because of Me Too, and she's like, look, I'm ready to take that mantle. I'm ready to be the person that, it's because 10, 15 years from now, you see celebrities pulling up to the games, and, it's because of me. Now that right there, as soon as she said that right there, is the huge issue, because it reaffirms what Monica McNutt said in regards to, okay, we got to have celebrities. We got to have people talking about the WNBA for us to actually be validated as a legitimate league, which is the problem. That should not matter. It should not matter. It should only matter the quality of play, our teams getting better, our athletes developing, are we growing the league, meaning are we getting more teams, are we getting more people involved? That should be the thing that we concern ourselves with, but we shouldn't be concerned with, oh, who's watching us, and if there's a celebrity at this game and there's a celebrity or not. Then that means you're playing for the crowd, you're playing for the cameras, you're not playing for the right reasons. And when genuine fans of basketball, when you're trying to develop a fan base, when you're trying to develop an audience, they want to see that you care about your craft. They don't give a fuck who's watching, or they don't want to see you, just out there playing for the crowd and trying to appease the audience and shit like that. They want to see you dialed in to your craft and continuously getting better. Those are the things that can't be said on ESPN, because if they say this kind of stuff on ESPN, it goes against the feminist movement. It goes against the victim mentality that has been all over. In particular, I'll call out black women on this victim mentality that too many women in general, but in particular black women, have decided to take advantage of and feed this narrative and feed this narrative and feed this narrative. That's the real issue. Again, you say this on mainstream media, any man talking like this on mainstream media will officially lose their job probably the second somebody hits the publish button on it. All right, and that's just the reality of the situation. Understand that in life, and take a lesson. Again, business owners that I talk to day in and day out, take a lesson from the game. You need to be looking at your staff. You need to be looking at the people around you. You need to be looking at the employees or the people that work with you, your partners, and asking yourself, are they really dialed into their business? Are they really dialed into their craft? Or are they in situations where they're just trying to appeal for the cameras? They're just trying to get on, look like a certain person, want some celebrity and shit like that. Because if that's the case, you got to start to slowly but surely remove people like that from your organization. All right. Main website to check out to dive deeper into my work, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.